May I introduce you to Miss Emma Stone. And you met Bella Baxter. What did you think about her? What about her cried out to you?
Oh, it was before I read the script. It was after we shot The Favorite. Yorgos told me about this, and it's based on an incredible novel by Alistair Gray. And so I met Bella Baxter earlier, and then about 2 years later, I read the script, and everything about her from the beginning. Of hearing about the character and what she's experiencing and how this is really echoey. It's like hearing your voice in a voicemail. That's what I sound like. Shit. It's very echoey. It was just everything about her. The idea that you could start anew and experience everything for the first time, and go really far in one direction and then decide that you are done with that and move on and teach yourself all of this, especially as a woman. It was really inspiring to me.
And as a producer, why was it important to you to tell this story?
I think for all of the reasons that I just mentioned, and having worked with Yorgos before, it felt like he and I had a friendship and a kinship where we were able to talk about everything, and I wanted to be privy to all parts of the building of the world of Poor Things, and because it was 4.5 years from when we first spoke about it to when we made it, it was really important to just to know everything that was going on, to be able to weigh in and be a voice for it, and so I guess all the reasons I just mentioned. Yeah.
And I understand that you and Yorgos, it is echoey, you're right. You and Yorgos approached Mark about playing this role. What was it about Mark that told you he could do this and he'd be perfect for this role?
Mark, what is it about you that's perfect for this role? What would you say are your qualities that make sense for this role? Just the top 10. 5.
Could you get out of the aisle?
Wait, is there a mic for him?
I was just waiting for the mic. Thanks.
I feel like the better question is, Mark, how did you feel when approached for this role? Maybe I should ask you that instead of what qualities do you think?
I think you got the wrong guy. That was the first thing that came to my mind. Shouldn't I be reading for Max? I really didn't see myself in this part, to be totally honest. And I said that to Yorgos, and then he said, "You're him." And that was the end of that discussion. Pretty much. Do you remember it like that?
I don't remember but that might have been a one-on-one. No, I think with Mark, when we were talking about who would be, I'm just going to push back a little bit. Okay, sorry, we're really adjusting a lot of things. Unbelievable actor, as we all know. I've been lately, don't earmuffs, lately in love with him for a long time. You ever seen You Can Count on Me? Cool. And then all of them, we're going through all this stuff, and we see Foxcatcher, and you're like, are you fucking kidding me? I was like, and before that, I was like, Zodiac, Turkey going on 30. He does all of his stuff with Kenneth Lonergan, like he did all his plays, and he's incredible. And everything, not everything, but a lot of what I've seen him do was like very earthy and grounded. And then reading Duncan, I think we were just thinking like, can you imagine if this empathetic, lovable heart of a man were to play this deeply narcissistic, toxic male, and who's like constantly, going through all of this, and how layered and complicated that would make the character, because you just love him even though he's such a buffoon. And then Mark was like, that's a bad idea. And then Yorgos was like, no, it's not. And he was like, okay. And so every day was kind of like a flip between him going, ugh, this is terrible, it's so bad, what am I doing? And then it's like rolling, and he's like, hello! Like, it was so crazy to watch the dichotomy of like, he's in one extreme to the other extreme the whole time. He's so committed and so good, but then he's like, no, why am I doing this? And I'm back. It was incredible. Yeah, so it's all based on the true story.
That's the Hulk change, to not make us think he was a deplorable, idiotic, toxic buffoon.
Because he's just a really nice guy. He's got a heart of gold. Honestly, I don't know what I did. All I know is that when she tells him that she's already engaged to Max McCandless, that breaks him in two. And he just never really recovers that. It's a straight down after that. And that was just a total accident that we came to know what that was going to be, because we never talked about the part. We never talked about the script. Right? I mean, you did. I didn't. And if I tried, you're just like, no. So we sort of we're just feeling our way through, literally and figuratively.